Now on ABC7 News at 11 o'clock, the very latest on a tragic story out of Northport. Police still investigating following the death of a 6-year-old boy bitten by a dog. What we have learned so far.
Plus, 4 teens arrested and charged. Charges are pending against 3 others after at least 15 cars were stolen from a Bradenton auto shop. How police are tracking down the suspects.
But first, the Suncoast under a heat advisory for most of the day. People doing everything they can to stay cool out there. Temps feeling more like the triple digits. But we did get some rain in parts of the Suncoast, cooling things off a little bit. And if you were outside today, you know just how hot it was. Hello there, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rick Adams.
And I'm Brissa Branfield, and I was out in the heat for quite a bit today and actually had the chance to talk to one resident who lives in Sarasota, says he's lived here his whole life, and says he actually took to bike riding just to feel some sort of wind and feel some relief.
And what's just your initial reaction when you walk outside?
Right there.
Sarasota resident Curtis Taylor's reaction to walking out the front door is likely fitting for just about all of us here on the Suncoast. Gillespie Park looking like a ghost town for a majority of the day on Wednesday as people turn to the pool, the beach, and the air conditioning to stay cool. An employee of Smiling Faces Daycare, Robert Morrell, says they take the kids to GT Bray's pool each week to cool off. Roberts has lived in Florida his whole life and says this summer it feels like there is no escaping this heat.
Like the sun is right on you now. It's a lot closer, seems to be. In order to beat the heat, we bring them to the pool and let them cool off a little bit that way.
And as many turn to the pool to cool down, John Linksweiler, the aquatics captain for the Water and Safety Division of Manatee County, says they have limited hours of operation for the lifeguards and the public safety.
When you're in the pool, you don't realize that you're sweating a lot of, water and nutrients out. And that's the reason why we only do two-hour sessions.
Linksweiler added that it's important to stay hydrated, especially during the summer months. All right, well, let's head straight to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a check of our Suncoast weather.
And Bob, it's a good thing we did see some rain tonight, and it helped cool things a little bit, right?
I did, actually, quite a bit. You think about it, at 3 o'clock this afternoon, it got up to 99 degrees. That's the actual temperature. And you factor in the dew point, it actually felt like 113 out there. Advisories were in effect at that time, and staying hydrated is the key there. So it was the hottest July 5th ever recorded here at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. And looking out over the Gulf, or I should say the Sarasota Bay, very calm out there, clear skies right now. Some clouds off in the upper levels of the atmosphere, but for all intents and purposes, it's pretty clear out there. Temperature 82 degrees. It's actually warmed up a little bit. It feels like 88, so that's not a factor right now. Winds are calm, and we don't expect much of a breeze overnight, and that's another factor that's going to cause us to see some afternoon showers and storms. Probably a few around, but we'll also see some very hot temperatures. Today was record-breaking. Tomorrow, I don't think we'll get there, but we will still see heat indices up in the triple digits, and the timing of the storms will be changing on Friday. Yes, it's been an unusual summer so far, and it continues to be that way with showers and storms mainly inland again tomorrow with a few coastal showers possible. Temperatures right now, mid-70s, upper 70s to low 80s. Venice, you're at 81. It's 77 in Northport, 78 in Port Charlotte, and in Inglewood, it's 80 degrees. Parrish, you're at 81, 82 in Bradenton, and 83 at Longboat Key. And as the radar goes, some showers and storms near Lake Okeechobee. Boy, we had some pretty big storms around earlier today. Nothing going on right now. The estimated rainfall totals were pretty impressive right there near Venice, near, and again, Arcadia, Wauchula, and into Highlands County. Notice much of Manatee County rain-free today, and we need the rain to cool us down. We're going to see some storms tomorrow, not a lot near the coast, but a few are possible. Well, more on that and the changing of the storm timing coming up on Friday in just a little bit. Brissa?
All right, thanks, Bob. Well, now to Northport tonight, where a 6-year-old boy bitten by a dog has died. This tragic incident happened around 10:30 in the morning on what was supposed to be a day of celebration, the 4th of July. In fact, some of the neighbors even tell us at first they thought there had been some kind of fireworks incident.
Yeah, this is just a horrible tragedy, but police saying the boy suffered severe injuries to the upper torso. It happened in the 2700 block of Badger Lane. The child airlifted to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, then taken to Tampa General, where he would later pass away. Police saying the dog is a 3-year-old pit bull mix, and they are not aware of any previous issues with this dog. ABC7's Michaela Redmond has more from that neighborhood.
Residents tell me this tragic event happened at the end of the street here. Now the dog was removed from the home by Sarasota County Animal Services, where it remains. A quiet neighborhood that's no stranger to animals. One resident on Badger Lane, who doesn't want to show his face, tells me a lot of people have dogs, constantly walking them down the street. What these residents aren't used to is a dog biting a child, let alone on the 4th of July.
When we saw the fire truck and ambulance come in, police shortly after that, with it being a 4th of July, we thought it might have been an accident with fireworks. We know the neighbor across the street, so a few more police showed up, so we knew it was something serious.
Northport police blocking off the end of the street. Just minutes later, that resident says a stretcher came out of the home and was immediately taken away. The 6-year-old suffered serious trauma to his upper torso and was airlifted to Sarasota Memorial Hospital before ending up at Tampa General, where he later died. The Suncoast Humane Society says in most cases, a dog bites due to anxiety and fear.
Dogs aren't just born aggressive. They're not naturally aggressive. Things are happening in the environment that are stressing the dog out, and the dog can't tell you what's wrong. The dog can't show you what's wrong, so the dog's going to use its mouth, and that's the apex of the situation where something bad's going to happen.
Environments that can be especially stressful on the 4th of July, with large gatherings and loud sounds, ultimately leading to something like this. Police Chief Todd Garrison says their hearts are broken for the child and his family, asking everyone to reflect on those you care about because time is precious. Reporting in Northport, Michaela Redmond, ABC7, your local station.
Police say at this point there have been no charges. We will certainly keep you updated on this heartbreaking story as soon as we get more information. And here's another heartbreaking story. This 7-year-old boy, Yitzian Garcia, killed. He was caught in the middle of gunfire on the 4th of July in Tampa. His grandfather was injured trying to protect him. Tampa police saying the shooting happened around 8:30 last night.
And that happened near the boat ramp on the Courtney Campbell Causeway, and witnesses there say it started with 2 groups arguing over jet skis. The grandfather had actually pulled the boy inside of a truck hoping to avoid this gunfire, but now the family is left grieving. And tonight we're hearing from the victim's sister.
Honestly, there's a lot on my mind of what could have gone wrong. I just don't understand why it had to happen that way. Just for them asking to be aware of children, they actually took away the children.
Yeah, just heartbreaking. Now, the bullet actually hit the boy's grandfather in the hand as he tried to protect him inside of the truck. The investigation is still ongoing, and Crime Stoppers of Tampa Bay are actually offering up a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest.
The boy's family has set up a GoFundMe page to help support funeral costs. You can find the link at mysuncoast.com. Over $8,000 has already been raised.
Well, now to an update tonight in Bradenton, where police have charged 4 juveniles with charges now pending for 3 more after more than a dozen cars were stolen from an auto body shop. Bradenton police say they've actually acquired physical and digital evidence that helped detectives make these arrests.
But as of right now, the search is not over. Police say sometime between 7 and 10 o'clock Sunday morning, 15 vehicles were stolen from an auto body shop on 11th Avenue West in Bradenton. 2 of the stolen cars crashing just a block away later that afternoon, sending one of the suspects to the hospital. ABC7's Brigham Harris has the latest.
The charges continuing to pile up along with the car count, and the suspects still not sure how many there are. So far, 4 of them have been arrested and charged, some with misdemeanor, some with felony charges, whereas 3 suspects still have charges pending against them. After police responded to a violent car accident on 12th Avenue West in Bradenton, they found out a major car theft had taken place just a few hours before and a block away. They quickly located all the stolen vehicles, or so they thought. Speedy Gonzalez Collision and Restoration often works with local rental car companies, some of the stolen cars belonging to that rental company, throwing another wrench in the system.
We had to track down which cars belonged to individual owners and which vehicles were there on behalf of the rental car agency. So at one point, you know, it looked like as many as 16, but we were able to locate one of those actually at the rental car company. So that's why that number has changed and it could still change.
Formelli says the combination of digital and physical forensics were what helped Bradenton police identify and charge the suspects it has to this point. Police saying gluing all the pieces together in an intricate investigation that is still ongoing is the challenge they're facing now.
In this case, you had multiple crime scenes. You had the burglary of the business, and then you had each individual vehicle that was taken, as well as the crash location.
In Bradenton, Brigham Harris, ABC7, your local station.
All right, heading your way on ABC7 News at 11. Many groups challenging Florida's new law preventing non-U.S. citizens from collecting or handling voter registration applications. We will have the latest next.
Plus, a voluntary sea turtle protection zone created in Sarasota County thanks to Moat Marine. We'll have these stories and more all coming up tonight after the break.
Suncoast weather can change at a moment's notice. Stay ahead of any changes. Turn to ABC7 First Alert Weather.
Our First Alert Weather forecast informs you of any disruptive weather before it happens.
First Alert is hyper-focused on where you live in Sarasota and Manatee counties. Our #1 priority is to keep you safe.
And we're committed to helping you prepare.
When severe weather threatens,
or any time the weather changes,
turn to ABC7 First Alert Weather.
Only on your local station.
Congratulations. Thanks, man.
Celebrate your way.
I can't stop hitting the gritty.
At the Big One sales event.
It's contagious.
Right now, get 2.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2023 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
I just can't get rid of you guys.
Rinse me down, baby.
What is that? It tastes so good. Bugs out now. Turn your bad news into good news with Good News Pest Solutions. Still family owned and operated since 1989.
My dad, he was my hero from as long as I can remember.
He said he was going to accomplish great things. I said I'm going to accomplish great things too and honor his legacy by doing it.
I can focus all my efforts on being able to find what I want to do with my life, how I want to contribute to this world. So for that, I'm extremely thankful.
Most kids look forward to summer break, but it can be tough on families who rely on school-provided meals.
And we can help. Join us for Food for Families, a free food event every Thursday and Friday during the summer.
You'll get at least 2 days of free meals to feed a family of 5.
Quantities may be limited, so please plan to arrive early.
Enjoy your summer break without worrying about your next meal.
Go to MealsOnWheelsPlus.org for details.
And a list of all our distribution sites.
Celebrate your way at the Big One sales event.
Hey, thanks again.
Sure. Yeah. Right now, lease a new 2023 Toyota Camry LE for $299 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back, everybody. New tonight in our state, several new laws are now in effect, but another one cannot be enforced. A federal judge blocking parts of a new elections law.
That law adds new requirements for voter registration groups. And tonight, our Capitol Bureau reporter Cody Butler explains why those groups are fighting against these new rules.
Voter rights advocates are calling this 58-page injunction a win.
It has no basis in fact or logic.
That's why the Hispanic Federation is one of many groups challenging Florida's new law preventing non-U.S. citizens from collecting or handling voter registration applications. Frederick Valles III says the group challenged the provision because many immigrants decide to help register voters because they believe in the American democracy.
They're coming from places where democracy isn't working or their political system hasn't allowed them to stay at their homes.
A federal judge issued an order blocking that ban this week. Representative Michelle Salzman told me last month she thought it was important to have these safeguards around Florida's elections.
You're talking about one of the most sacred things a U.S. citizen gets to do. Voting is so important. We should put guardrails in place so that we protect that sacred right.
The judge writes in this injunction that the law is too vague, and that's evident because the Department of State's attempt to redefine what the statute actually applies to. He says instead, that's left up to the legislature.
We should be looking at how we can do better, no matter if we're doing great. That's how you stay, on top of things.
Salzman says lawmakers could consider more changes to election laws next year, no matter the outcome of this lawsuit. I did ask the Secretary of State's office about the ruling. In an email, a department spokesperson says it doesn't comment on pending litigation. The case now goes to trial. A date for that hasn't been set. In Tallahassee, Cody Butler, ABC7, your local station.
And federal judges have also blocked laws restricting gender-affirming care and so-called adult entertainment performances. Well, we have a Suncoast Strong for you tonight. Thousands of sea turtle hatchlings are set to make their mad dash from the beach to the sea. This comes a little over halfway into nesting season. But we're learning there are often hazards in the way. And now a voluntary sea turtle protection zone has been created in Sarasota County. During nesting season, sea turtles spend more time closer to the surface and close to their nesting beaches.
Yeah, that's right, Brissa. And with more turtles near the surface, there is a greater chance that a boat could strike one by mistake. Mote Marine has established the new zone to protect sea turtles from those possible boat strikes. Many boat strikes have been happening up and down the entire Suncoast. The new protection zone stretches from Longboat Key to Siesta Key, including Sarasota Bay. It extends to 1.5 miles offshore. With more sea turtles near the surface, there's a greater chance that a boat could hit one of these sea turtles. Boaters can protect sea turtles by slowing down and being more vigilant.
It's really something that is beneficial to everywhere, especially in the state of Florida. What we kept on finding is that sea turtles are continuously getting struck by boats, especially during nesting season. And the reason why this is happening is because sea turtles, just like us, they breathe air. So they need to come to the surface of the water to be able to get a breath of air. They also are hanging out on the surface of the water because they're cold-blooded animals. They want to sunbathe. And they also use the surface of the water to mate. And so, unfortunately, whenever this starts to happen, we also start to see a very big number of boat strike injuries coming into our hospitals. And we were seeing that in Palm Beach County, and it's no different for Sarasota County.
Boaters are urged to limit travel time within those protection zones. If you do come across an injured sea turtle or other sea creature, you can contact FWC. That information can be found on our website at mysuncoast.com. And do keep in mind, sea turtle nesting season runs from May 1st through October 31st. And more good news, you are looking at the brand new first ever Student Center and Residence Hall. That's on the campus of the University of South Florida, Sarasota Manatee. Right now, the building is becoming vertical and construction is in full swing.
Looks like it's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah.
The 6-story building will house 200 students with the first 2 floors, including a ballroom, dining facilities, and a bookstore, lounges, meeting spaces, and offices, all for USF World and their student government, among other organizations.
This is a great day for us. As the building starts to take shape, I can see the excitement in our students and our faculty and staff as we really grow to expand the campus, so we're excited.
The building is set to open for the fall of 2024, and there will be over 32,000 feet of indoor space for the students to enjoy. Well, meantime, the 4th of July, it can be difficult for pets at the Humane Society. You can only imagine the stress of dealing with all the fireworks combined with being in a strange environment. But luckily, the Suncoast Humane Society managed to make the 4th of July as least stressful as possible. Volunteers celebrated the 4th of July with the animals to keep them calm throughout the night. The CEO of Suncoast Humane Society says they're thankful for the efforts and says many adoptions and fostering came from it as well.
A peaceful night for those animals looking for their forever homes, and that is such a great thing they do because we hear the fireworks all around us, right?
Yeah.
Especially last night.
And it is scary for these little dogs that, you know, some of them come from bad backgrounds and it's startling.
Yeah, well, great work. Good job out there. Still ahead on ABC7 News at 11 o'clock. More 4th of July success stories. Marine units keeping the water safe with Operation Dry Water and volunteers doing a major beach cleanup. We will have the latest details coming up next.
ABC7 First Alert Weather is sponsored by Bud Light.
Where are the most beautiful main streets in America? This week, GMA's popping up live on main streets across the country, filled with the best shops and local charm. And just wait until you see the surprises we have. So, will we be near you this week on Good Morning America?
Living your best Florida life begins with quality sleep. Our sleep experts are trained to help you achieve just that. Shop our collection from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Plus, save up to $500 off select mattresses. Only at Mater Brothers Furniture and Mattress.
Hurry in to the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
Tens of millions of roofs across America are failing, wearing out decades early, and leaking, oftentimes without you knowing about it, causing tremendous damage. Here's how you know you have a problem with your roof. Black streaking, your roof looks rough, or granules shedding off into your gutters or showing up in your driveway. Your roof is wearing out too fast, and it's going to cost you a bundle. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. So give us a call, and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
It's lush green fairways that end at perfectly manicured greens. It's sand, water, and lines of trees to navigate. It's the miracle of planning that combines breathtaking natural beauty with legendary course design. It's Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Some say it's the best public golf on earth. Visit rtjgolf.com to plan your trip to the trail.
Hard work, striving for excellence, and a commitment to the communities we serve. These are the values that we practice every day at the law offices of Anajar and Levine. I'm Glenn Levine, a board-certified civil trial attorney who has been recognized by the Florida Bar as an expert in the field of civil trial. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call us at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation and take back control of your life.
Before you hit the road in the morning, watch Good Morning Suncoast and be prepared.
ABC7's First Alert Weather and Traffic on Good Morning Suncoast.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. The results are in for Manatee County Sheriff's Office's Operation Dry Water. That's where extra units were placed along the waterways to keep them safe this holiday weekend.
The Sheriff's Office worked alongside the Florida Wildlife Commission and the United States Coast Guard for this operation. The Sheriff's Office says deputies assisted in 2 water rescues, arrested 2 people for boating under the influence, issued 3 boating citations, and get this, they wrote 96 warnings for various maritime violations.
Wow, they were busy out there. Plus, more than 140 volunteers helping keep our beaches clean. Sarasota County officials saying volunteers picking up more than 1,000 pounds of garbage. And even in the heat, as you could hear and see, that was a major success. Bob.
Yeah, great volunteers right there along the Suncoast, keeping everything clean right at the best beaches in the world. We'll let you know if it's going to stay like that. Beach weather being great coming up right after this.
Scan to learn how to navigate through the social media noise with MediaWise.
When your whole world revolves around family, preserving things for future generations comes
just naturally. Marathon in the Florida Keys.
Universal Roof and Contracting.
When it comes to roofing in Florida, the difference is universal. At Universal Roof and Contracting, we service your home like it's ours. To us, repairing or installing a roof is much more than just completing a job. It's about keeping you and your family safe. And for more than 30 years, we've proudly helped thousands of Florida homeowners with their tile, metal, and shingle roof needs. Call Universal Roof and Contracting to experience the universal difference.
UniversalRoof.com.
Did you know with Year for Life scratch offs, you can win up to $1 million a year for life?
Yeah, it's literally right in the name.
I'm literally blown away.
All right, beautiful shot right here. Sunset tonight with some clouds, debris clouds left over from the storms that finally brought some rainfall. Cooling showers, something we count on in the afternoon and evenings here along the Suncoast. That from Turtle Beach, Cindy Desmond getting that shot. Appreciate that shot right there. And look at the high temperature today. Record-breaking heat, 99 degrees. That happened at 2 p.m. And then we had a heat index at 3 p.m. of 113. That's the hottest it's been this summer. The normal high 91, so we were well above that. And tomorrow, I don't think we'll get record-breaking, but we will see the heat indices go up to about 100 degrees, 104 in some cases. Here, look at the temperature forecast tomorrow. Starting off warm in the low 80s. We'll warm up to 90 by noon, and then we'll get into the low 90s. I don't think we'll see any mid to upper 90s tomorrow, simply due to that west wind that we're going to see. But the feels-like temperature certainly will go higher. By noon tomorrow, look for 103 in Northport, the same in Mayaca City, and Braden 102, 99 in Cortez. You'll get to 100 though, 104 by 2:30 in the afternoon for Northport, and staying hot throughout the afternoon and into the late afternoon. The Futurecast is showing lots of sunshine tomorrow. Looks good. And then a few showers and storms developing along the sea breeze front and then pushing off toward the east. Some of those storms could be rather strong and intense. Now, Friday, a different story. Here we are at 6:30 showing some showers and storms around moving into the coast. So first alert weather heads up, a timing change for the storms on Friday, and that's a direct result of this west to northwest wind we're going to see. And the main focus in the afternoon and evening will be inland pushing toward the east coast. Yeah, we're used to this. This is the pattern we've been in pretty much late spring and through early summer now. The rain chance tomorrow, not much near the coast, a little bit better chance well inland at 50%. Thursday's planner calling for, if you're going to the beach, look for just a slight increase for clouds right around 3 o'clock as a result of that sea breeze starting to develop. Look at the European. Now, this is a longer range forecast, a little bit not as high res. You can see its main focus of rain inland on Thursday. Friday morning, though, showing showers and storms around. So it does confirm with the high res model that we're going to see that. Saturday, pretty much the same story, and even into Sunday. So look out for that. They're going to see that west wind all the way in through next week. Wind flow generally not too strong. Boaters should be okay for you on that front. Well, in the tropics, they started out really hot in June. It has calmed down now. Nothing to show you out there. So far for July, it's been quiet. Reason being maybe this, all this African dust that is now moving off the coast of Africa all the way through the Atlantic and into the Gulf of Mexico for this weekend could make for some spectacular sunsets on into Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures on Thursday will be cooler over the upper Midwest and into the Great Lakes. They're into the 70s only, but we'll see highs here. Low to mid 90s well inland, and 113 the expected high temperature into Phoenix. West winds 5 to 10 knots tomorrow. Seas will be running less than 2 feet. A 40% chance for inland storms tomorrow mainly, and you'll see that rain chance at 50% on Friday. And mid-90s over the weekend with a chance for a few showers and a few storms around. We'll be right back after this.
The
7-day weather forecast is brought to you by the Gettle Automotive Group. Gettle's got it.
We were at a stoplight and all of a sudden, bam, we got hit in the rear end. So somebody recommended David Goldman to me. He kept me up to date on everything constantly, and I really appreciated that. They had my back every step of the way, and that was amazing.
Our idea of the perfect day? You, your best friend.
Yeah, buddy. You ready to run?
And Quattro all-wheel drive. Own the elements in the Audi Q5.
Let's go, buddy.
Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Luxury for less? Yes, please. The Robin Stuckey Sizzling Summer Sell-Off is all about scoring luxury furniture without breaking a sweat. Visit Robin Stuckey now before these deals melt away.
Have a medical question? Turn to the experts. ABC7 Suncoast Health Experts provide information you need on symptoms, procedures, and more. Watch Mondays at 7:30 and go to mysuncoast.com/health experts for useful medical insight from local professionals. To celebrate the summer sale, Classic Creations is giving you a chance to win a $750 gift card. Just go to mysuncoast.com right now, fill out the form, and enter for your chance to win a $750 gift card from Classic Creations in Venice. Good luck.
I'm David Golden. Our law firm gives all law enforcement officers, first responders, teachers, and school employees a discount on our attorney's fees. So let our firm serve you. Call us today or go to justicepays.com.
Those tickets, because you could just be the next multi-millionaire. Those winning numbers you just saw there could be on your ticket for an estimated $546 million, marking the second time this year the lottery's jackpot has climbed over $500 million.
I can't believe I did not even buy a ticket.
You didn't buy a ticket.
And I had it on my list of things to do. Just forgot about it.
It's okay. I didn't do it either.
I bought a ticket. Yeah, I found some change in the car.
Did you win?
I had close to the Powerball. I got 24, 23. So
you got to work tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. That's all the time we have. Good night, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow.